Welcome to Taiji's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make 3 different types of namul. So if you know a little more about Japanese food and Asian food, you may know that this is definitely not Japanese food, but it's a Korean recipe. But as a closest neighbor, in Japan we eat quite a lot of Korean food, and this is also just one of them that got incorporated quite commonly in Japanese household. And our family really loved Korean food. It's just really easy, and this just serves as a great side dish for pretty much any Japanese dish. I've already made some Korean food like kimchi or kimchi hot pot. This is also strictly vegan, so for vegetarian and vegan out there, this is a perfect dish for you. And you can make this with pretty much any vegetable, or you can mix up with different vegetables. And this recipe you can store in the fridge for a couple days and save it for later. So I really hope you give this a try yourself. Then, let's get started. Here are the ingredients for 3 types of namul. Today I'm going to make namul with bean sprouts, carrot, and also spinach. But like I said, you can make namul with pretty much any vegetable. And also garlic. These are also essential for pretty much any Korean dishes. And then sesame seeds. These are not roasted. Where I live, usually they're not sold roasted, so I'm going to show you how to roast them because it makes a huge difference. And then some Korean chili peppers. Korean chili peppers are often sold in these big packages. They have a little bit of sweet flavor to it, so if you're making Korean dishes, it's very crucial to have these Korean chili peppers. But if you can't get hold of them, you can of course use regular chili peppers. And then for this seasoning, I have some sesame oil, soy sauce, and salt. Then let's get into it. Then as the first thing, let's prepare the ingredients. So for the spinach, you don't need to do anything. You just need to wash them thoroughly. And then for these bean sprouts, I've heard and I've seen that in Korea they take off these root parts like this. So just like these roots, they don't taste very well, and this is a very tedious process. So if you don't want to do this, you can definitely skip this. But when you make the results, you will know the difference that it does taste better. If you have time and if you want to really refine the flavor, then I suggest you give it a try at least once to see the difference. But like I said, if you're lazy, you don't always have to do this. And of course, it also looks better. So then with that, these are cleaned. These are the cut up roots. Then as the last thing, let's prepare the carrot. I'm gonna kind of cut off the top and kind of take out the damaged parts on the bottom. Then with this size, I'm gonna cut into just about 3 equal parts. Each of these I'm gonna try to cut into thin slices. Because it's circular, it's gonna roll. So what I'm gonna do is cut a slice like this first, and then use that as a flat part, and then now it doesn't roll anymore, and then I'm gonna keep cutting like this. So just like that, just about 2 to 3 millimeters or so. And then what I'm gonna do is kind of flatten out like this. Then I'm gonna keep cutting like this. So just like that, then I have these strips. Then I'm gonna repeat that for the rest. So then with that, these are finished cut up. There's the last thing, we're gonna prepare the garlic. I'm gonna cut off the bottom, but don't cut all the way through. Just kind of cut away like this, and then peel it like this. And this way it's much easier to peel off the skin. Just like that. Then we're gonna grate this using a grater. So just like that. So with that, all the ingredients are finished preparing. Then we're gonna go wash these very quickly. Then these are finished. Then for the carrot, I'm gonna sprinkle some salt, just about 4 teaspoons or so. Just mix up like this. Then I'm gonna leave like this for about 10 to 15 minutes or so and let the water out from the carrot. As the next thing, I'm gonna roast the sesame seeds. So using any pot like this, I'm gonna put the sesame seeds in. I'm gonna turn the heat to medium or so. Then I'm gonna wait until the pot gets hot. When you do roast your sesame seeds like this, you can of course use a frying pan. Make sure you don't use a non-stick frying pan because they have some coating that is not good roasting like this. So after a while, you start hearing these kind of sizzling sound. And then when you hear that, we want to keep waving the pot like this every now and then. After a while, you start seeing this little steam or smoke. Make sure it doesn't smoke too much, then it means it's too hot. But a little bit of steam or smoke like this should be coming out. So after 5 minutes or so of roasting like this, it's gotten a little bit browner, then this is finished. I'm gonna turn heat off. And for today, for namul, you can use directly like this, but I like to kind of grind it a little bit. So I'm gonna use a mortar like this, or you can of course also use some food processor. Then I'm gonna grind using a motor. So just like that, this is finished. Now let's boil the vegetables. So I'm gonna first boil the spinach, and make sure you don't boil this too long. Just very quickly dip it in the boiling water. Just quick dip like this in water, then this is finished. And take it out. So there's a technique that you put this directly in ice cold water, but I think doing that will kind of make it watery. So what I like to do is put it on a big plate like this, and then spread it out like this, and let it cool as fast as possible. And just like this, and then let it leave onto the side and let it cool on its own. And then for the bean sprouts, I'm gonna recycle the same water, and then put this in here. So once this comes to boiling, I'm gonna cook for half a minute or a minute or so. If you have these kind of beans, you definitely want to cook this a bit longer, for at least 3 minutes or so that these bean parts gets cooked through. So then this is good. I'm just gonna take it out. And same with these, I'm gonna put this on a big plate like this. And spread it out like this. And leave it like this and let it cool down for about a couple minutes or so. As we're waiting on other vegetables to cool, I'm gonna prepare the carrots. So as you can see, it has gotten some water out. I'm gonna squeeze this a little bit, get the last water out. I'm going to very lightly fry this. So in a frying pan, I'm gonna put some sesame oil or any frying oil, just about 2 teaspoons or a tablespoon. And I'm gonna turn the heat to medium. And then before the pan gets hot, I'm gonna put in here about half of the ground garlic. So once the garlic has started sizzling like this, I'm gonna put directly the cut up carrots. So for this, you don't really want to fry it very hard. You want to just very lightly warm it up, kind of. Then here, how much ever chili pepper you want. Today I'm just gonna put about half to 4 teaspoons or so. And the very last thing I'm gonna put in here are ground roasted sesame seeds. So you don't want to cook this too long, then this is finished. Then this is done for that. So as we cook the carrots, these are also cooled down. So this has a little bit of water still, which I want to get out. So I'm gonna squeeze the water out. Just like that. And the spinach, I want to cut it up just so that it'll be easy to eat. Not too small, but just like that. Then here I'm gonna put in the rest of the ground up garlic. About 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. A little chili pepper if you want to. Then I'm gonna mix this up. Try to spread out the ground up garlic as much as possible. And here also the ground sesame seeds. And then at the very end, sesame oil. Also about 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon. Then with that, this is also finished. So that's the last thing, let's make it with the bean sprouts. And here also about 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. Then here sesame oil, also about 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon. And then also ground sesame seeds. Then that's also done. Then with that, 3 types of namul is finished. Let's put it on a plate. Sprinkle a little bit of sesame seeds on the top. And then with that, 3 types of namul is finished. Let's eat. Okay, then let's eat. Itadakimasu. Let's start with the spinach namul. Itadakimasu. The raw garlic gives really good kicks to this, and this aroma of the roasted sesame seed and also the sesame oil is just so great to go with spinach. Then with the carrot, itadakimasu. Because I didn't boil the carrot in water, definitely not watery. Also, it just goes so well with the sesame flavor. And then with the bean sprouts, itadakimasu. because I didn't boil it that long. It still has this crunchiness, and it just matches also so well the flavor of the sesame. And what you can also do is kind of mix these up. So I'm mixing like this afterwards, but you can mix this in the beginning and make it as a mixed namu like this. And this is also very good. Itadakimasu. And this complex flavor of the vegetables, also really good. Or also, you can also put this on top of rice and eat it like this, kind of like a donburi. Itadakimasu. Oh, that is so totally savory. ごちそうさまでした. Oh, all three were all so delicious. So as you saw, making these namu is really not that difficult at all. And like I said, you can make this namu pretty much with any vegetable, like zucchini, cucumber, eggplant, even avocado or tomato. So once you learn this basic, you can be very creative with this, with what vegetable you want to do. And also, as I did in the end, you can mix up the vegetable as well. So I really hope you give this a try yourself. And this namu is just such a great side dish. You can also make a big batch and put it in the fridge and save it for later. This will last for a couple days in the fridge. And this is also great to put inside a bento box. So I really hope you give this a try yourself and put it into your repertoire. If you did enjoy this video, I'd love it if you hit the like button for me. And if you have any questions or requests, any feedbacks, please feel free to write anything in the comments below. And I'll also be very interested if you write down where you're watching this video from. So I would appreciate it if you could write that as well. And if you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.